welcome to another installment of Tag Me In, where the triple threat brain trust to tag over the good, the bad, and everything in between in the world of professional wrestling. I, of course, am the unofficially official Lip Dizzle, joined with a super newsworthy SR Knight, aka Mr. Scooter Ray.
What's up, good people? How y'all doing out there? You know, your $1 million champion got some things for you.
And of course, ladies, I know you're going to be disappointed because you don't see him on screen right now, but don't fret. Don't fret. He's only out temporarily. It's the same song and dance that we always do. See, it's almost like we in a 6-man tag match, and me and Scooter handling the handicap portion of it. So that way, your heartthrob, Mr. Jaeger Bombastic, so fantastic that he's being fashionably late to make sure on purpose just to see how bad you want him back.
You know what I'm saying? We should just get that chant going there. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
Right?
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. So if you get that chant going, you know, the music might play and then boom.
Exactly. But you know what? I will do something for you ladies, though. I'll do this. I'll put down all the links. So that way, if you are missing them, you can go let them know how bad you miss them.
Yeah, exactly. You could be like, yo, I mean, the first however long it lasts, I mean, the other two guys are cool, but we need you on that.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, we
take offense to it.
Yeah, we just small potatoes. We small potatoes here. You know. Yeah. We know who the real star is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, right?
All right. Let's get into it. Let's first start off with a good old Raw recap.
Oh, Jesus.
So of course, this was the Raw after Money in the Bank, and this was the first Raw with fans.
Yes.
If y'all saw our Money in the Bank review, you kind of saw me kind of talking about it in real time. Well, of course, it did open with Cena. You know, he was giving his speech, which from that, they did announce that Cena's going to be at every event WWE is having from now until SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Except Houston. But Cena's going to be at every event, which is every Raw, SmackDown, and every house show.
Oh, and really?
Yeah. I think it's basically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that.
Okay.
No, sorry. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Monday. And basically, he's going to be at every WWE event until SummerSlam. It didn't say if he was going to wrestle, if he was going to just come out there and just address the crowd, but he's supposed to be at every event from now until SummerSlam.
Wait, when is SummerSlam again?
August 21st.
Okay, so that'll be past Suicide Squad too. So
it'll be past Suicide Squad. He also even made a comment about him doing press in Suicide Squad. Like, did y'all think I was going to show up as
Peacemaker?
Peacemaker, thank you. All right, so other updates that happened on Raw that I didn't get to mention. Charlotte Flair. Well, Rhea was granted a rematch against Charlotte Flair. And this is how the show closed out. Their match ended in a disqualification. And Rhea then starts to beat up on Charlotte. She hits the Riptide. Cue Nikki ASH music. She comes running full speed with the briefcase. Rhea gladly throws her in the ring. Nikki cashes in, hits a flying crossbody. Boom. New Raw Women's Champion, Nikki ASH. Nikki Ash, or Nikki Almost a Superhero, whatever you want to call it. Or Nikki Cross, if you want to feel nostalgia. Thoughts and feelings?
First and foremost, I still feel like they dropped the ball heavily on the Charlotte and Rhea match at Money in the Bank, because I feel that with Rhea winning, because and you know what? Now that I think about it, this would have made more sense for Nikki to cash in had they done it this way. Mainly because if Rhea beat Charlotte and she started to get big headed, like she beat the Queen at her own game, all this other stuff, whatever, and she came on Raw the next night and started having hillish tendencies, because again, everybody was already stale on this whole feud between them anyway. So this would have been a good way to kind of turn her and have the fans boo, and then have Charlotte come out to be like, hey, I want another match, whatever, and find a way to do this or make it happen. So that way, then you have Charlotte do what Rhea did to her in this turn, and then have Nikki come out to cash in. So that way you put her over after the fans have shitted on Rhea. I'm still not behind the whole Nikki Ash thing, because again, I don't get it. I don't think it's necessary, because we had Hurricane, we had Molly Holly doing her superhero thing. It's just no. I think Hurricane did it way better, especially when he had Rosie with him.
He did endorse it.
Oh, did he?
He did endorse it. Yeah, I remember. Okay. I think the first week she did it, he did give his approval about her doing it. So
gotcha.
But it's just one of those things to where the issue is WWE has gotten so weird because they started to kind of root more in realism, that when we start to see stuff like this, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it perfectly makes sense that somebody wants to be a superhero, so why not? So it makes sense, but it's the fact that the way WWE has been going as of late, it just feels weird.
True. And I think that's one of the same reasons why the whole Alexa Bliss thing right now is starting to look very cheesy / cringy at times, because like if we take Bray Wyatt and the Fiend aspect, it makes sense because of the past and everything that it transpired. Like we already know with Bray, with everything that's happened with him and Randy Orton, with burning the compound down and everything, you could have a schizophrenic moment where you break mentally, because everybody knows it's like the Fiend's not some supernatural being. Everybody knows it's Bray in the mask, and he doesn't necessarily do like all this weird shit outside of that whole, being burned and then coming, that aside.
Yeah, that aside.
Everything with the Fiend seemed to make sense, and even with him bringing in Alexa, in the very beginning, it still started to make sense because she wasn't doing all the weird shit. She was just, acting like how Harley Quinn would act with the Joker. So that was still based in some type of realism for that time being. And then they just completely went left field after Randy burned him. And yeah, then it just got weird at that point. But regardless, yeah, this situation with Nikki Ash only really makes sense with her feuding with Alexa, because you can take Nikki Cross seriously in every matchup, but how is this going to look when she's in a serious match with credible wrestlers? Let's say Bayley, let's say Sasha, let's say Becky, let's say Charlotte.
Well, I guess we'll see pretty soon, because I'm pretty sure Charlotte's going to want her belt back. So I guess we'll see soon how it translates to legit. I don't want to say legit. That sounds mean. But we'll see when it comes to more seasoned wrestlers.
True. And yeah, and that's still that's still weird too, because they never announced. Granted, yeah, we have been seeing title rematches like back to back, but have they ever gone on record to say that they've abolished the whole, no rematch clause anymore?
They said, okay, so a couple of years back when Shane was still active, so I'll probably say, I think maybe 2019, they said that it wasn't going to be no more rematch clauses and all of that. They said it like it was Shane, Vince. I think it was Shane, Vince, Stephanie, and Trips in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Oh, during that time where they was like, yeah, you're in control and all this other that bullshit.
Kinda, yeah. So ever since then, they started to slowly go back on that. That's why their way of skirting around it was you pin the champion, you get a title match.
Which I still think that's stupid.
Then it kind of started to skirt around. Well, it depends on who you are.
Yeah.
You might get the rematch clause, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Or the other way around it was, hey, we're going to have a fatal four-way. The winner of the fatal four-way or the winner of the triple threat gets the title shot. Oh, lo and behold, it's the person you just fought last month at the pay-per-view. So that was their ways of getting around it without, it was that what, tell me you're going to give me a rematch without telling me you're going to give me a rematch.
Basically.
So that's what they started doing.
Yeah, I still don't agree with it, so I'm not, but it's WWE shit, so it is what it is.
Yes.
And they continue to do WWE shit.
They continue to do WWE shit. Also, what happened on the show, because there's only 3 major points I'm going to really highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Point number 2, Bobby Lashley did an open challenge.
And, I almost forgot all about this.
And Keith Lee answered the challenge. Keith it was an okay match, but in the end, it was glorified squashed. I mean, let's just face it. It was good to see Keith back, but he lost. And as soon as it happened, Oldberg's music hit. He got into Lashley's face, yelling, "I'm next." Lashley,
oh shit! Hold up, Scoot. Hold on. Ladies, I guess your prayers have been answered at this point because the man's music has hit, and there he is.
Look, there he is, and you only had to wait almost 13 minutes.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a little bit longer than my reviews, but you know what? I'll make up for it.
What's up, Jaeger?
What's going on, sir?
Oh, fresh out the shower, home with the dog, about to feed the dog.
Oh, see, look at ladies. He's letting you know. He's letting you know. But so Oldberg's music hit. He gets in Lashley's face.
Is this Raw?
Yells out, "I'm next." And then boom. I guess it's supposed to set up a match.
I guess this was Raw.
Yeah, this is Raw. So it looks like Oldberg versus Lashley is probably going to happen at SummerSlam, most likely. Yawn.
Okay. Yeah,
and then what? Cena versus Roman?
Yeah, Cena versus Roman.
Okay, so here's my problem, and I'm glad you brought up the Cena and Roman thing because it's a good comparison. So this is the thing about the Goldberg situation that I don't appreciate, and that's mainly because you can be granted a title shot without being there, without wrestling a match, with your previous match being a loss in a championship match. So my thing is, what message are you sending to the guys in the back who are sitting there busting their asses day in and day out without any reward, basically, because everybody's getting shit on and being put in catering, but going out there, I mean, let's take Ricochet and John Morrison, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting there having bangers of matches over the past couple weeks that they had, because they had 2 matches?
They had 3.
Oh, okay, so 3 matches.
Yeah, they had 3 before Money in the Bank.
With 0 implications, for either match. Mm-hmm. With no advancement in any way, shape, or form. Nobody's getting a title shot with Sheamus. Nobody's going in and going in for contendership with Bobby. So my thing is, you allow Goldberg to just come out there and just stake his claim right then and there. After you just squash a returning Keith Lee. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I missed this part.
Sorry.
Keith Lee wrestled?
So Bobby Lashley had an open challenge. And Keith Lee answered.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't get squashed. Like, it was still a good, I think it maybe about 10-minute match, but Bobby won.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then after that, that's when Oldberg came out and got in Lashley's face.
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is where I'm just like, but I'm gonna get to that part in a second. But the comparison between Goldberg and Lashley versus Cena and Roman, yes, Cena came back and he's probably gonna get a title shot, which he is gonna get a title shot. But the thing is, him and Roman have history to the point to where the storyline is going to make it make sense, because Roman is not going to deny Cena. It's going to be something that Roman decides to say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to take you out. Mm-hmm. There's an incentive for him to beat Cena to up his stock. Mm-hmm. Lashley beating Goldberg doesn't up his stock because Goldberg lost to Drew McIntyre. Bobby has beat Drew McIntyre a number of times. Mm-hmm. So the comparison there's a huge discrepancy between the two.
Why don't they just bring back Lesnar for this?
Lesnar doesn't want to go back to this shit.
I think they didn't. I think that either it was probably too much money, or he probably just didn't want to come back right now.
One or the other. But the thing out of this that pisses me off the most, outside of the Goldberg thing, is the Keith Lee thing, because he's been gone for who knows how long without any explanation as to why. And this was the perfect time to have him come back and basically press the reset button for everything they did previously. So, and so the problem here, what I would have done, because Goldberg shouldn't even be part of this, I would have honestly had Keith Lee come out, beat Lashley, and then start a feud there, because again, the whole rematch clause is abolished at this point. So you can have a feud between these two, which is going to keep Big E at bay with the briefcase for now, to give Keith Lee and Lashley time to feud. Mm-hmm. And then you have Bobby win that title back. And again, then you have him come in, you have Big E come in, and then whatever you could have done to put Keith Lee and push his stock up, because he needs it more. Mm-hmm. Like that, it's fucking ridiculous. Or hell, if you were going to put the U.S. title on him, you could have had him come out and just beat Sheamus for the title. If that was the plan a long time ago.
Yeah. I mean, but it seems like whatchamacallit is about to get that, though.
What, Humberto?
No. Damian Priest.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he was watching.
Priest is about to get that title off of Sheamus.
And that's fine.
Well, at least he's getting pushed.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's about to get it. Now, the third story, the reason why I saved this last, because
we're about to get into NXT.
It's about to get into NXT, but it's also having bad implications.
I know this.
So Jeff Hardy and Karrion Kross had a match. And Jeff Hardy beat Karrion Kross with the most devastating finisher, assisted by the middle rope in wrestling. He beat Karrion
Jeff
Kross
Hardy
with
cheated?
a roll-up. And he beat Karrion Kross with a roll-up in under 2 minutes.
What?
It was like a minute and 40-something seconds or 50-something seconds, but it was under 2 minutes.
Okay, you told us that he beat Kross. You didn't tell me that he beat him in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, it was under 2 minutes. Now,
what?
Now, this is
his debut match on Raw, right?
His debut match on Raw.
Oh.
Now, this story is going to splinter into two different things. So, ride with me here. So, we're going to take Splinter A over here.
Okay.
So, now, if y'all watch NXT, they did say the next 2 episodes will be on Sci-Fi because of the Olympics.
Yes.
And they're pre-taped.
Are they? Oh, okay. Okay.
So I did unfortunately see a slight spoiler for next week. I won't spoil it for everybody here, but I did see a slight spoiler for next week. If y'all too want to know, I'll let y'all know later. But one of the things that came out from the pre-tape was it was a Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe segment, and the fans completely hijacked it by chanting Hardy.
Yeah, that part where they had they
had to refilm it and basically made the crowd kind of chill out. so they could refilm the segment without them hijacking it.
They lied to the fans by telling them they were going to get something. There's something special was going to happen at the end.
But it was a reshoot of the scene.
They started chanting the name of whoever won, is what you're saying?
Hardy. No. They were chanting Hardy's name.
Oh. That's kind of funny.
And what they told the crowd was, stick around. We have something special for y'all. And the something special was them refilming the scene. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
that's not exactly special.
I guess question A, well, the big question is, you had this man booked for nearly 2 years as this unstoppable force. In his first night on the main roster, he loses to Jeff Hardy by the most devastating finisher in wrestling history. How can he come back from this? Because there's been some people saying he can come back from this, but there's been other people saying we don't know.
Well, it sucks to put a steep incline for somebody's debut, but anybody can come out of anything, given the circumstances. Now with this, what I have heard is that this is supposed to be a setup for something that they're going with down the line. So if that's the case, cool. I'm not gonna shit on it too much. But it's this loss thing. It's this loss thing because again, I would have rather them have taken the title off of him and then had him go to Raw with a clean slate and then lose as a Raw superstar rather than the NXT champion, the undefeated NXT champion. See, now of course, we'll get into it when we talk about NXT, but they fixed the part about him going to Raw. Like I like how they handled that. That was cool.
What was their reasoning for him at Raw?
Joe had said to Regal, "Do you know that your champion had a little side project on Raw?" Yeah, I bet you didn't know that because he's out of control.
Yeah, and then Kross had said his thing. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna cover it. But yeah, so I mean, them covering that part up is cool. The loss to Jeff doesn't hurt him. It's the way it's the way he lost and how quickly he lost. He didn't really showcase anything. And I think
didn't. It wasn't much to that match at all.
Yeah, and they would have benefited more by having him build up like Lesnar, like how Lesnar was built up when he first came in, where Lesnar was completely just unstoppable. He was just he was taking out everybody. Hell, and it's funny that we have Jeff Hardy and Kross, and we're talking about Brock Lesnar because Jeff Hardy was a casualty of Brock when he came in. So, yeah. I just main roster is fucking weird, man.
No, man, fuck all this shit. No, not like to that degree, but no, you have this dominant, unstoppable, out of control force, and you let them step into Raw and get swept up, not even by Lashley or Sheamus or somebody, but this is no disrespect to him, but Jeff Hardy, who's been, I guess, just adrift throughout the roster.
He's been losing.
He's been losing.
And he finally got his old music back that people have been wanting for the time. And the night he debuts it back, he gets the big victory over Kross.
Yeah, I mean, cool for your music coming back, but no, you should not have gotten that W over Kross. Sorry to say it, but Ricochet or Morrison or somebody, but you don't do that to a reigning NXT champion.
Now, wait. I'm glad you said that, Jaeger, because this will splinter off into the main story and the main news I want to bring up.
Hit it.
Sources say that the higher ups, the people that matter, officially view NXT as developmental, not a third brand.
Fuck all that. So it is the better brand right now.
So with that being said, now that you said that he beat the NXT champion, he beat a developmental guy, apparently.
Well, this is where the continuity is thrown out the fucking window, because once and this is why a lot of people say everything that was done was because of AEW, which this right here is very telling, because of the fact that during that year when Dynamite had its inception, that Survivor Series included NXT as a third brand.
Well, obviously they was lying to trips.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And that's a problem, because you've been on that whole year. You've told the fans that they're on this level here. So now what does that say to a Finn Balor who goes over there? What does that say to all the trades that you made to go back there? You know, are you saying that that Mandy Rose needs more training, that she needs to go back down? Are you saying that Finn needed more training to go back down? Are you saying Joe?
How dare they?
Well, I mean, they fired Joe, but you know.
Are you saying Ember? Brazongo when they went before they got fired? Drake Maverick? You know, are you saying all of these people, you know, needed more seasoning or something? Like what are you saying? They needed more time in the oven? Like, what you trying to say here?
How did that news come out? Was it like a press release or like a little article?
I don't know if it was a press release. It was a story, and apparently they say sources saying that NXT is seen as developmental rather than a third brand.
What the hell?
But they also made mentions of it too, because apparently when Charlotte and Rhea had their rematch, Charlotte was announced as an 11-time champion. And they even broke it down. She was the last Divas champion. She is a 5-time Raw champion. She is a 5-time SmackDown champion. They did not mention the fact that she won the NXT title twice.
So she's not
including the fact that she won it last year.
Well, that keeps her further away from getting to the magical 16, then sure. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right.
But they can kiss my whole asshole about not counting an NXT belt.
Well, it's bittersweet, because I mean, I hate that they said that, but I'm also glad that they said it, because, you know, the fans are going to get behind NXT even more now, because they already know like what's up. Because what's going to happen is, because it's trending that way as it is. And before I even get into this, for those of you who are watching this to see what we're going to say about Punk and Daniel Bryan's situation, let me just let you know right now. If you're waiting for that, don't, because that's going to be on the AEW recap when we get to that. So if you're watching this video for that, go watch the AEW recap.
Yeah, watch that one. Yeah.
But the thing is, the fans are going to get behind NXT even more now with what I just stated previously, that situation, because AEW is about to get so much fucking exposure with what's going to happen within the next few months, because AEW was already trending when they beat Raw on certain demographics, ratings wise. So the more that the main roster sabotages themselves, the more AEW is going to start being a credible competitor for both Raw and SmackDown. And with those fans still veering towards NXT, that's going to boost NXT's ratings, because we already know with especially with this, if Triple H clearly is hearing that his shit is not a third brand, he's going to do everything in his power to be like, hey, fuck you, I'm about to make the most of this. So
as well he should.
Yeah. As well he should.
So
fuck you to Triple H to tell him that, oh yeah, hey, this project you've been working on isn't really another brand, it's just developmental.
And excuse me. And it still would have been fine to even be a third brand and be developmental at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the implication is already implied that these guys want to graduate from NXT to Raw or SmackDown.
Yes.
So to just make it seem like, because who else would have fucking developmental on national TV?
Absolutely.
You know,
I feel like AEW is going to get there with Rampage, but we got to see what the hell that's going to be about.
True.
But I mean, but Scoot's right though, because if you think about previous developmentals, you think about OVW, you think about FCW, none of those were on syndicated television at all. And even with NXT, when it was on the WWE network, yeah, you can say that it was developmental. 1 hour of TV on the only network, that's it. But again, another AEW situation. They bumped it to 2 hours and moved it to the USA network. Why? Because the shit generates numbers. And most people would rather watch NXT than watch the main roster. So,
yeah. Once again, Susie, sorry. I'm back to not watching Raw again after what I saw Monday night. Yeah.
Completely appropriate.
Yeah. After what I saw Monday, I'll catch highlights.
Yeah. I mean, it's
felt like
sad.
a chore watching it Monday.
Yeah, and it's because even when you text us about it, I went back the next day and I watched. I tried to sit down and watch it. I watched most of it, and I tried to see if maybe the fans were going to change anything, and they did for the most part. But at the end of it, it still felt the same.
It did.
And this luster of the fans can only hold so much before everybody starts to see, oh no, shit hasn't changed at all. So I give it about till probably after SummerSlam for when everything starts to die down and starts to look like how it did, unless they do some drastic changes. Yeah. So
yeah.
And I guess Queen of the Ring is supposed to be a thing.
It's been rumored. Okay, oh, sorry. Upon the house shows that they're doing, apparently some of the house shows might be themed. And that could be one of the ones, a Queen of the Ring type themed house shows.
Oh, they're really trying to get numbers in.
Wait a minute. This is going to be on main roster regards?
So I can't remember what days, but the house shows that they're doing are quote unquote super shows where Raw and SmackDown will both be at them. And
why would you make these events? I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I mean, and basically those house shows are going to be themed. So we might get a King of the Ring, we might get a Queen of the Ring. They might do a.
Are these going to have any implications to the main roster storyline?
I don't. That's the thing.
Okay, because if they are, then the shit should be televised instead of like, oh hey, here's what you missed on Saturday night's main event where Karrion Kross and who else showed up for that one?
Oh, Bronson Reed.
There you go.
It could be televised a la how they did Starrcade. It could be, so it'll be more like on the network, but like I said, nothing has been said since. Because I can't remember when the first house show is. Give me a second. I can look from that John Cena thread. I think the first house show is supposed to be actually Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So it looks like Saturday and Sunday is when they're going to do the house shows. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is their schedule now.
Interesting. Well, that's not bad for them.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So they're taking wrestlers' weekends away from them now?
Yes.
They were like, yo, y'all had a long vacation this past year and a half.
Ooh. Exactly. Or it's like, hey, Jimmy fucked up on a Friday night, so here's what we're gonna do to fix that.
Right. Yeah, so that basically I thought was a little sad part that they consider NXT as developmental, but you know, which like I said, once again, is not necessarily a bad thing because they was developmental in the first place, but why can it not still be your third brand?
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
To outright admit it and say it is like,
also
these are bad taste in your mouth.
let's put our serious faces on for a second, and this is kind of a extension to our conversation we had with the whole Naomi and JR thing.
Okay.
People, these wrestlers, man or woman, they're people. They have lives. Whether they're part of the LGBTQ community, whether they're not, whether they like certain sports teams, whatever, that doesn't give a person the gall to send messages to people with fucked up things in them.
Very true.
Case in point, Tegan, the girl with the shiniest wizard.
Whoa! Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
What is this?
Because I'm about to get a real serious face thing. What they say to Tegan?
Some dipshit. I'm not gonna read everything that's said because she bleeped out some of it, but
Okay.
she basically showed this message. And I am going to read this message to show the severity of the things people can get. And it can put people in bad, fucked up mental spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bitch, don't think I forgot about your F word ass. And once again, Tegan being part of the LGBTQ community, you can deduce what the F word is.
Yeah.
You stupid effing dyke. She bleeped it out. Nasty ass, mentally ill, F word, fucking die. Just thinking of two women being together makes me physically ill, like I actually feel sick in my stomach. And the fact that that poor child is forced to see his F word ass aunt have a girlfriend, I mean, you just beyond fucked up. Fuck you. That's basically what the guy sent to Tegan.
I hope that guy gets the Hitler treatment from little Nicky. Pineapple up his ass every day.
So I solely brought that up once again because if you didn't get it before, people, and once again, if you have strong feelings about something, keep that shit to your fucking self.
Goddamn right.
Nobody should have to endure going through something like that at all. Nobody. Whether they're a celebrity, whether they're not, nobody should have to worry about some random dipshit on social media sending them messages like that. Like, what gives you the right to do some shit like that?
Yeah, this is one of the main reasons why I don't even want to even say wrestling fans in that community. I just want to say people in general tend to piss me off. And this is one of the reasons why. Because again, you just like Scoot said, you have the gall to message someone. You had a thought. See, it's not like something where you just talk to them and you flew off the handle. You had the thought process to type all of this out. So you were in a state of mind where you were coherently knowing what you were doing. So when you have the thought process to do that coherently, consciously, that shows the type of person that you are. Now, you know Tegan, you don't know Tegan from Adam or Eve in this case. So you don't know what anything that you say to somebody could trigger. You don't know what it can trigger. You don't know what it can start up. You not only talked to her, but you brought her family into it. She has done nothing to no one. You don't go online and you don't see Tegan bashing anybody. If anything, she praises everybody.
But then, wait. Even if she did do something to somebody, it wasn't to your funky ass.
True. And thank you, Sue, because that brings us to another point. I can't stand Charlotte, but I'm not finna go on Charlotte's messages and just be like, hey, Charlotte, you suck. Stop winning matches. You and Andrade, blah, blah, blah. I'm not finna do that. Because again, I don't know Charlotte personally. I know what creative does. And anytime I come on here and I bash Charlotte for what creative has done.
But then, the beauty is, even if you knew Charlotte, even if you knew her, guess what? You would probably talk to her.
Yes, absolutely. But see, here's the thing. They don't
talk to her.
But them hearing us talk, they don't know me. Now you say that, Scoop, because you know me.
Yeah.
So you know that I would do something like that, but they don't. And that brings me to my other point. You wrestling fans, and I say that for all of us, we don't know them. We do not know them like that. Some of you may be personal friends. Y'all may have talked to them on social media, whatever, but you do not know them like that. And for Tegan, and I say this because of watching everything that she's gone through at this point, she does not need that. She does not need that at all. Even if it was sent to Charlotte, I would still defend it the same way because it is not right. Y'all have to do better. And I hope, because I haven't seen it because I know, Scoot, you brought this up. Yeah. I hope that they got checked. Like, for real.
So the problem was, of course, it was a unmarked, unnamed, probably made up burner account because she screenshotted it and posted it as one of her IG stories. So
Jesus, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's been long gone. And her message was, "Don't be like this jackass." In a sense, that was like her message. Don't be like this jackass.
So now, not only did they send that, but they didn't have the balls to just be like, you know what? Yeah, it was me. So not only are you an asshole, but you're a fucking coward.
People are just something else. Don't be like this dumbass. My bad.
Oh, okay. Well, this dumbass is a coward.
I mean, the dumbass still doesn't have any balls. The dumbass still, to its point, is a fucking coward. No, this honestly
hold on, before you get to it. His account, throwaway 777-8887.
Punk bitch.
Right?
No. Like,
let him know. Yeah, let him know.
No, I'm actually curious. Like, where the fuck do you get the mental to even like sit down and write this message? Like, what happened? Like, did you have a bad meeting at like Lick might have done when he met a fucking pimp suit? Anyway, but like, and even then, Lip ain't on the fucking social medias like lighting that dude up. Like, what the fuck could she have possibly done to you to where you decide that you need to just throw so much hatred at her just because of her way of life? And if that's the only case, then fuck, man, where the hell did you grow up? Were you an Amish person? Were you a fucking Mormon? Like, what in the hell? No disrespect to either religion, but it's just very enclosed. Like, what in the fuck, man?
Yeah.
You knew damn well that if you had put your face anywhere near that social media account, you were gonna get lit the fuck up.
Like a Christmas tree.
Rightfully so. Like,
and
what
and to go off of what Lip said, because I remember telling a friend about this. I told a friend about the Hana Kimura situation. Mm-hmm. Suppose Tegan was feeling suicidal and that pushed it over the edge.
Right?
God forbid. Exactly. God forbid. You can't just, and like you said, this person had the nerve to sit on this, stalking her account, see that she was posted with her girlfriend or whatever, and then decide to just,
as JR would say,
become a fucking Twitter warrior. Fuck that individual.
No.
Oh, hey, and we ain't forget. Fuck you too, Bruce Mitchell. We ain't forget about your bitch ass either.
Well, fuck you, Bruce Mitchell.
Fuck Bruce Mitchell.
But yeah, like I just don't understand the people who see something and they just have to comment on things. They just have to quote unquote get their opinions out on things.
Like, what the fuck goes so wrong in your life that you feel like you have to hate another human being just for how they live? What the fuck?
Exactly. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Y'all need fucking help.
Yes.
This is why, and this is why I'm on the board with Lip on this. But I, you know what? I'll even turn it up a notch. I fucking hate people, man.
Hey, look, more and more every day. I get reasons. I'm not gonna lie. I get reasons.
Right? Jesus Christ.
I get reasons. But before we get into this NXT,
I dare motherfucker to tell one of us off like that. Please put your face on that social media account.
please, I really want you to. I really want you to.
Ooh.
But you know what? Before we get into this NXT review, I just really want to say this. People of all race have been here for years. LGBTQ society has been here for years. If you can't deal with it by now, something
you in for a rude awakening.
If a rude awakening,
because it's only going to progress even more.
And to the individuals who really want to hate and to spew hate, we're going to give you a good old inner circle salute. Now let's talk about some NXT.
Let's talk about some NXT. So NXT in itself.
No, fuck this number.
NXT opened up with a very pissed off Joe.
Quite angry.
Him was not happy.
Was very angry.
There was a very pissed off Samoan. And yeah, he came out saying, "TikTok, TikTok, I'm here to break your clock." Yeah, he was pissed. He wanted a piece of Karrion Kross right then and right there. But of course, he couldn't do that because one, Kross wasn't there, and two, Regal came out to address Joe. And when he came out there, he was like, "Joe, you can't do this. It's not like no." And
not only that, but you saw how smooth Regal did it. He attacked Joe, the referee.
Yeah, because Joe was like, "No, you said if I was provoked, I was provoked," and he said, "No, just like you said, Scoot. No, you were an in-ring official. Mm-hmm. You were wearing a referee shirt. You were a referee. He attacked referee, and so Joe was like, no, no, you're not finna pull that." It's like, so no, I was provoked. Period. So when he gets here, I'm gonna get in his ass. Yep. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, but Regal was like, hey, no, you can't do that. So when he gets here, I'm asking you to handle things peacefully and respectfully. So Joe said, out of the respect that I have for you, yeah, I am going to handle it. And I guarantee by the end of the night, somebody's going to sleep.
Somebody's going night.
So,
spoiler alert, somebody did go to sleep.
Somebody did go to sleep. Indeed. But of course we go from that and we get our first match. Bobby Fish and Kushida versus Roderick Strong with the coal mine. Now, I know y'all are expecting me to shit all over this because of my immense
let's at least say the wrestlers' names.
Oh, sorry, Roderick Strong and Tyler Russ. With the coal mine. Here's the thing. I can't shit on this match because this match was good. This match was a fantastic match. Tyler Russ was showcased very well in this match. But see, for me, this wasn't my highlight of this match. And I know a lot of y'all would be like, hey, but so wait, the highlight is, I was like, yeah, I know. The coal mine lost, but that's still not my highlight. See, my highlight stems from something very fucking amazing, and I'm glad I caught it, and I'm glad I saw it because it resonated and it stayed in my mind. And you know what? I can't put it into words. I can't put it into words because see, I can only put it on the screen. This is everything to me. This is everything to me.
Looks like an angry chihuahua.
It does, doesn't it? It does. It does. You know what? Here. Let me. There we go. Let me make that just a little bit bigger. Just let's take a moment to just look at this. Let's unpack this. You see, Malcolm Coal Miner over here. He's not as happy as he normally is with his smug ass face, and everything about this I absolutely adore. Matter of fact, because see, I normally have my lights on. Let me go ahead and just hit these lights real quick. Just hit them all. Here we go. This is everything to me. I had such a big smile on my face when I saw this that I kept rewinding it and then pausing it and then pause it some more. But again, I'm not taking this off because we still got to talk about this match. But Scoot, how'd you feel about this match? This match was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, the match was good.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm gonna just let it be this week. I have no choice but to let it be this week.
Why? Because they took an L?
They took an L. I mean,
they did, but
you can't win them all. But it happens.
I mean,
they'll get them next time.
I mean, with this face right there, that's a face of a man who thought that they was going to win it all. Ain't that right, Malcolm Coal Miner?
Are you gonna just mad antagonistic about it?
Okay. Don't look so mad, Malcolm Coal Miner. It's gonna be all right. Hey, look, you can't win them all. You shouldn't win them all. But
admittedly, I thought they were gonna win. Like,
I mean,
why would
take that off?
Yeah, they just debuted like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, true. But I think what they're doing, and it's mainly because Kushida is within all of this, so they can't have the champ look weak, especially going in to defend his title. Because I'm assuming he's going to lose to Roddy because he hasn't been defending his title at all during this time. So It's almost like they're trying to cleanse the palate to be like, oh shit, wait, Kushida. Damn, you ain't been defending like you used to, and then have Roddy come in, beat him, and then you have something for them to gloat about. But I think this match was more so for the champ and to showcase Tyler Russ.
Pop off.
Yeah, but Tyler Russ looked really good in this match. I'm glad that they're giving him shine and is not putting all on Roddy. So that actually helps because this whole coal mine thing is actually benefiting him outside of just benefiting Roddy. Unfortunately, again, they have to deal with the mind control of Malcolm Coal Miner. So, it is what it is. But
before we move on, still and forever, Bivens forever.
Nah, man, not forever.
No. You can't just say Bivens. Gotta put that oomph in it, man.
Bivens forever.
There you go.
They took an L. And I
mean, that don't seem.
I was prepared to take whatever was going to happen. It happens.
Hey, Malcolm Coleman, how you feel about Forever? No? Yeah, I didn't think so either. Well.
I will clarify my stance here. I find it funny how Lip has just made this such an antagonistic thing between him and Malcolm Bivens.
I didn't make it this.
I jump in on calling it the coal mine as well, just because. Well, initially Bivens just creeped me out. It was just, again, like, first time I really see him as dude hiding in the fucking nurse's office, but had Bivens not been part of this faction, I'd be 100% behind Diamond Mine. Bivens just rubbed me the wrong way at first, and he'll just have to either become an acquired taste or do something to get me on his side. As of right now, man is still a angry chihuahua.
Angry chihuahua.
I mean, after NXT, at least.
You said after
after this last NXT. I mean, you had the picture right there.
That's true. Yeah, I'm not putting it back up.
It's not personal. It's just a bad first impression.
Oh, it's personal.
For you,
coal miner.
Not me. However, coal miner.
You shouldn't have stepped up. You shouldn't have stepped up, and you shouldn't have taken SR Knight away from us. You clouding everybody's minds, man. You can't have that. You can't have that.
SR Knight.
Yeah. Matter of fact, before we even get to next week, you know what else? You know what else we can't have? We can't have this. We can't have that.
You see, that's the creepy shit I'm talking about.
That is the greatest things ever.
That is exactly that creepy shit I'm talking about. That is the exact face he had when he popped up in that nurse's office.
That's one of the greatest things ever.
That is the creepy shit I'm talking about. That's the nail on the head there.
But yeah, from that we get to Cameron Grimes and LA Knight showing up to the arena.
Gilbert Arenas.
And of course, Cameron Grimes being Cameron Grimes, still being as comedic as ever. He was driving, by the way, LA Knight, which was surprising that he allowed Grimes to drive his car.
Right.
But it's not a drive, man.
But
driving. Mr. Daisy.
But it's funny because he had even stated that Cameron Grimes had took way longer to get there, because in his mind he knew the shortcuts to get there, but it took them way longer. On top of that, LA Knight had him get the bags out the car, and which I don't know why he had this many fucking bags.
I was about to say, why did he have so many bags?
6 bags.
And of course, you get Drake Maverick, who comes into the picture and was trying to help Cameron Grimes. Like, yeah, it's a lot of bags. Let me help you. And so LA Knight's like, no. He's gonna do it. Period. You don't need to help him. He's not, he got it. And Drake Maverick, being the nice guy that he is, says, this isn't right. Whatever. And so of course that spawns up a match, which at first I thought he was going to try to set up a match between Cameron Grimes and Drake Maverick. But
I thought so too.
But no, he said no. It's gonna be them, and we'll get to that when that happens. But from there, we get our first female match of the night: Frankie Monet versus JC Jane.
I'm sorry, but this is not a great match.
It was not for Frankie Monet, but for Jane.
That's what I should have clarified it as.
For Jane, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. This surprised me because when she when she, I don't know if this was planned or she just said, you know, fuck, I'm gonna show what I got because this might be my only shot. Because I was impressed with everything that was going on outside of Frankie Monet. I just don't know what the fuck is going on.
She honestly, I think I might be putting Frankie in the same boat with LA. They maybe should have bypassed NXT.
I think that would have been a good idea.
Yeah. I
don't understand why Mandy was like magically on top of the announce desk, and then and then she disappeared. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck Robert Stone came out there.
Because him and Kamea are now following Frankie around.
Well, Jesse Kamea is, which I'm not mad at that. Jesse Kamea though.
Jesse Kamea though.
Thank
you, Kamehameha though.
Anyway. Okay. See, I was saying it in my head because I was like, I literally think I'm like, yo, that'll be good. I'll be dope shit for a shirt to do like with. But anyway, we're on the same page.
Yeah.
You see people how the wheels just turn when we come up with something, and it's almost like a hive mind because we were all thinking it. You're not on this level. Don't try. Don't try this at home. We will though. We will. But yeah. I'm more impressed with Jane in all this. Like I didn't care about the Mandy Rose situation going on, Robert Stone being out there and clapping and being, you know, whatever. Frankie Monet winning because it wasn't impressive because Jane showed more impressive stuff than Frankie Monet, who was supposed to be a step above her. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if this was meant to showcase Monet, they did a bad job with this. She needs to just go ahead and get into a feud with somebody who has a notable name and stop having these non-squash matches. Because she's literally having competitive matches with people that she should be squashing if that's the case. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. Frankie Monet goes over. So yeah. But from there we get to good old Johnny Gargano and Austin Theory, and of course you get good old Johnny being Johnny and saying, yo, you want to be like Papa John? You want to be like Papa John?
That had me laughing. I was like, well, I guess Papa's in the house.
Papa was in the house. But yeah, but I guess they're going through with this thing of Austin Theory having his mouth write checks that his fist can't cash at all. Mm-hmm. Because again, he did it with Kross and Scarlett. I'm sure he did it with somebody else. I think maybe Bronson.
To be fair, they never really challenged Kross. Well, Johnny did, but Theory just, you know, talked to the wrong girl.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
All he wanted to know was her nails real. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all he wanted to know.
They were huge, guys.
They were huge. And they were right there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Right there. But then, you know, you get Cool Kyle O'Reilly, who will not be called Cool Kyle anymore after this. But he came into the fray, and he was being kind of bro-ish in a way in his speech when he was talking, and challenged Theory to a match, which was set up fairly soon because that was the next match.
Mm-hmm. Well, not only that, but Johnny did tell Theory something important. You got yourself into this, you get yourself out.
Mm-hmm. and he was not going to be at ringside because he challenged Kross on his own and had nobody out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when, of course, the whole Papa John thing came into play. But and then he smacked Theory on the behind, and he liked it. He liked it.
Yeah, he did.
But from there, we do get into the match, and of course, you're going to have a good match with these two. Austin Theory is going to be pushed heavily down the line. Probably not right now, but down the line he will be, because he does have the talent and the skill and the charisma and the look, and you just check it off the board. He got it. Very entertaining as well. But this was all for Kyle. And I said I was going to stop calling him Cool Kyle, because once those stairs came into play and he had his little flashback, he went from Cool Kyle to Killer Instinct Kyle. And that's what I'm going to call him from now on. Because if this was the plan for them to do this between him and Cole, I'm cool with it, because I think this is going to almost do the same thing that they did with, like with Festus. But not so much though. In a way to where it's like he knows when to turn it on. So he'll still be kind of cool and chill every now and then. But then once he gets into it, like he's finding that killer instinct to where it's like, you know what, I'm fucking you up, and I like that evolution, because it's not going to be the same song and dance with him and Cole. This would actually make sense for them to have these three matches with, Cole saying he got lucky in the first one, Cole beating him in the second one, and then Kyle O'Reilly finally coming into his own in this third one. So that way he can be ushered into like the main event scene once Cole leaves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's fantastic, because I didn't see it coming. And now that they've done this, I'm in it. I'm completely in it. So shout out to O'Reilly, and of course O'Reilly wins with the submission, which I'm glad he's doing the submission and using the top rope knee as a setup now, rather than using that as a finisher, because I did not like that. So hopefully he keeps that going. But yeah, y'all have anything to say on this match?
It looks sad that Theory tried to go for the no look high five and Johnny wasn't there.
Yeah, that was they made that, they rubbed that shit in on they made it double sad.
Like that was sad.
Yeah,
but other than that, solid match.
Definitely solid match. But we go from a solid match to a solid segment.
Wait. Before we do this, let's go ahead and fast forward with that Way situation and talk about the other segment.
Okay. Yeah, so later on you get the Way in the back in the dressing room, and you have them all bickering because Johnny's saying that how the girls lost the tag team titles and he lost his North American Championship. He also lost the Cross, and then you get Indy having, her and Austin having the funny moment where she's why are we arguing? He's like, we can't do this. If Austin wants to kiss Dexter, then he should be okay to kiss Dexter. And then they panned over to Austin. He's just like, wait, what?
Like, excuse me?
And so, of course, that causes Candace to be like, hey, you need therapy. I need to call the therapist because we need to talk. So Johnny's like, no, we're not calling the therapist. All this other stuff, blah, 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 whatever.
We're not going to therapy. We're a family.
And then you get Austin trying to chime in, being like that left out child when the family's arguing, trying to get his word in, but like nobody's paying attention to him. And he's just like, guys, we're supposed to be a family, and everybody's still bickering as if he's not there. So then, of course, that sad moment, like Scoot was saying, he reaches out for that no look high five and just nothing, and then you get a sad Austin, just walk off. Yeah,
bags and everything. He took everything and just was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, we can't have the Way breakup. Not now,
right?
No.
Like not right now. But let's get into.
You know what? I hope they bring Austin into the therapy session, and he's just like, I don't know, I just feel so neglected right now.
But then you turn and like the fucking therapist isn't even right there.
Right? He just talking to just nothing. Just talking to nothing.
No, even worse, somebody else comes in and is like, who are you? Like, aren't you the therapist? Like, no, get out of my office. He just showed up to the wrong place.
That would be hilarious. Still sad, but hilarious.
Still sad, yes, but book it NXT. But yeah. So all right. So they had put on a graphic that was going to show that Legado del Fantasma was going to do a
Mariachi Madness.
Okay, so it was Mariachi Madness. Okay. When I saw that, I was like, okay, clearly this is going to be a dig at Hit Row, obviously. And so finally, we finally get to it, and they're in the ring with two masked guys holding instruments. And it's funny because, again, I like this feud because of the back and forth between Santos and Swerve. But Santos came and he's like, no. We're not gonna do this. You guys, you can go. It's like we're not because the thing is like you guys don't deserve, because he was talking to the crowd, you don't deserve to hear historical music like this.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve to be a part of any of this. So we're not gonna, for lack of a better term, because I'm paraphrasing, we're not gonna bless you with this beautiful music. So they kept talking. All of a sudden, Hit Row's music hits. Now, this again, I don't know if they had a conversation after that cipher, but B-Fab, ever since that cipher, has been on fucking fire.
You know, it's funny. At this point, she don't even have to wrestle.
She doesn't, but I want her to.
I mean, yeah, but at this point, she doesn't even have to wrestle. She could just be there and just be looking.
This is like, it's crazy how good of a promo that she's becoming. I don't know if she's always been like this, but now that they're starting to let her talk more, she's becoming fantastic because her timing is on point, her cadence is good, her the way that she comes off, her whole character is like just like Hit Row is fucking complete.
Like it's crazy because like hearing what people saying, apparently they are very over. Like they're here. Like they're in this thing.
That's amazing.
Here. Yeah. And you know, I saw a snippet because apparently, you know, Corey Graves has his podcast through WWE. And Swerve was on it, and Swerve was basically saying what New Day is to the nerd culture and things like that. We want to be like that for hip hop. And it was like, yes, I'm here for it.
They can do that. They can do that very well as also. So this is why Hit Row is complete, because you have B-Fab, of course, being the female representation in this group. You have Top Dollar, who, of course, you would look at as a heavy, but he's a heavy that has character. He's a heavy who can throw barbs on the mic. He's a heavy who could be potentially in the same place where Diesel was a heavy at first, but then became a star.
Became a personality.
Exactly. Top Dollar can become that star as well. Then you have Ashanti the Adonis, who the way, like, he doesn't even have to say anything. He speaks more through his wardrobe and aesthetics.
Yes.
Which is why he only says a few words here and there. He doesn't even say much. And I like that, because you're not allowing everybody to just overshadow each other by just being like, you know, you get B-Fab and Top Dollar, who basically talk more for everybody now. You'll have Ashanti the Adonis, who says little here and there. And then you have Swerve, who speaks only when he needs to. That's perfect. That is fucking perfect. On top of that, the phrase "who hotter than Top Dollar, not nada."
Not nada. Not nada.
They are going to have so many like catchphrases and sayings.
I mean, you heard the main catchphrase that's on their shirt. If you know, now you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know.
Mm-hmm. So now here's the thing, because of course we talked about AEW not having, a whole heel face mentality, but NXT does. Mm-hmm. So now you have two heels for the most part going at it. So I'm assuming that Hit Row is going to become unofficial baby faces after this.
I can see that. I can 100% see that.
So my thing is, well, no, I'm sorry. Let me even get that. Let me actually recap this whole situation. So, of course, they come out and they pretty much go back and forth with Legado del Fantasma, and I don't know if all of this was scripted, because it didn't feel like it for some of the parts, because especially when B-Fab was like, what did she say? Oh, she was talking about Mendoza and Wild, and how she was like, yeah, y'all probably call him Poppy, it's like, yeah, and so,
and he was like, no, you call me.
That's what you call me. And I was like, oh, okay. So
it kind of makes me wonder. I wonder, was Santos a talker back when he was El Hijo del Fantasma and King Corno and Lucha Underground? Like, I wonder, was he a talker then? Because once again, these two groups play off each other.
Yeah,
apologies.
No, you're good.
Had to walk the doggo.
You good. Yeah, like these two groups play off of each other very well.
Yes.
Oh, Hit Row and a Legado.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Then of course, like normal, it led to the first thing I thought when Legado was like, well, let's do this then. I said to Ashley, because I was talking in matter of fact in Santos's place, I ain't about to fight you in this good suit.
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't about to fight you in this good suit, sir. But nope, they got into a 6-man scuffle.
Yeah. And I because at first I thought they were gonna probably just walk out the ring.
Yeah.
And just leave it at that. But they got into it, and then you had Santos and Swerve just standing there, and B-Fab was standing outside the ropes. And while that was going on, finally Top Dollar, Shanti, Wild, and Mendoza finally got out of the ring. And you had Santos and Swerve get into it for a little bit. And then Santos got the better of Swerve and grabbed the guitar. It was about to hit him, but of course, by design, B-Fab came into play, grabbed the guitar, and was like, ain't gonna happen. And then Swerve got a good shot on Santos. And as he was talking his shit, turned around because Wild was right there, ready to attack. And then he got the guitar from good old B-Fab.
He got pretty much jumped. He got a super kick from Ashanti. He got hit by Top Dollar. B-Fab just handed him a guitar, and he's just like.
And if you didn't know, now you know. Swag.
Yeah. And this is why I believe that after this, they may end up being unofficial faces, if not official faces. Because it's going to be hard to deny them as fan favorites, especially with everything going the way that it's going with a lot of the call-ups happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to need an overact, because I don't know if they're going to get a supremely over champion unless it's going to be Joe. But they're going to need some entertaining stuff going on, because yes, Joe is entertaining in the ring and on promo stuff like that. But you're going to need an act, because Joe's not the Rock type. He's not, the Roman type. He's not the Cena type. He is, I'm gonna whoop your ass, I'm gonna talk shit, and that's how we're gonna do it. He was more of on the Balor side at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need an act like Hit Row. You're gonna need acts like The Way, Dexter, Cameron Grimes in these situations to help boost, the viewership. And Hit Row being faces at this point is going to help a lot. So
yes, because I did see an article a few weeks back that I was going to bring up, and the article was saying, was NXT threatening on the line of having too many heel factions with Hit Row, Legado, Imperium, Diamond Mine,
The Way,
whatever, The Way,
kind of The Way.
Oh damn!
I mean, come on. We all love The Way, but they are heels.
Yeah, well, see, yeah, they fall in the same boat as Hit Row, because they're fan favorites, even though they're heels. Oh, and you got T.N. Shaw.
T.N. Shaw, thank you.
You can't really count Raquel and Dakota as a stable, because they're just a team.
Do you count the Robert Stone brand? Well, the former.
I thought about it for a second, but I'm like,
but not now. But I guess we're about to see what they're going to morph into.
Yeah,
but it would be great if Hit Row teeters, that line of heels and faces.
Yeah, they could be a tweener faction. I could see that. Like, they're just basically out for themselves, which will be cool. So, yeah,
I'm down with that. I feel like we're starting to see more of that.
And then, Ashley had asked me a question. She was like, well, what's going to happen if Diamond Mine goes against Hit Row? Who would you cheer for? And before the words could leave her mouth, Hit Row. Like,
of course.
Like Hit Row.
because see, the thing is, like, even when you look at Hit Row's logo, there's diamonds in that.
There is.
You know where there's not diamonds, though? In the coal mine.
Jesus.
But going from a diamond of a faction in Hit Row, we go to some breakout stars in the form of Odyssey Jones and Andre Chase.
Andre Chase got
impressed.
Music.
Yeah.
What music?
Andre Chase, his music was a little bop.
Oh yeah. I
just need him not to wear that. I need him not to wear that vest, though.
I will say this personally, and if you want to fully break it down, y'all can. But I wasn't feeling this match, only because it was 100% set up for Odyssey Jones to take this.
Yes.
There was no way that man with so much charisma he had was gonna lose.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why I was kind of like, But
I feel that. However, I was thoroughly impressed by Odyssey Jones.
Oh no, I was very impressed by Odyssey Jones. Maybe when the tournament furthers and he goes against other people, but and then for some reason he wrestled on 205 Live like a week ago. I don't know why. Exactly. The look you
400-pound man.
He was on 205 Live. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't mind the match. I just wasn't the biggest fan of it because it was kind of like, well, we know who's gonna win. At least when Hudson and Jiro fought, you kind of didn't know who was gonna take it. But in this one, it was like Odyssey is taking this match. Excuse me.
Yeah,
He's taking this match.
The way I looked at this whole match, especially after dissecting it after everything was all said and done, I look at Andre Chase and I'm looking at this tournament. I'm like, this tournament isn't for him.
How is this tournament set up exactly? Is it single elimination or is it like kind of
I believe
like
it is single
G1?
elimination.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's single elimination.
Well, so much for Andre Chase then.
Yeah, him and Jiro both out. But with Andre
Sucks
Chase,
for Jiro though. I liked him.
No, he's going to be good. But this is why I say some of this, because even though this is a tournament, this whole thing and it's smart for NXT because one, they labeled it perfect breakout the breakout tournament. They're basically using this tournament as a showcase so they can see who's going to be the next big group of stars for NXT in like the next phase. So I look at guys like Andre Chase and I can see him being a credible heel down the line, for that aspect, because, he's not going to be the type that's going to be, in the spotlight for this. He's going to be somebody who's going to be calm and collected and very analytical when it comes to certain situations in storylines. So that's how I see him. Now, Odyssey fucking Jones. I did not expect any of this. I did not expect to, because especially when they had the promo, which is weird because they only gave him a vignette and not for Andre Chase. So during the vignette when he was talking, and I seen him in his matches, like, okay, cool. See in the past matches here and there. But the moment that his music hit and he came out with like so much energy, so much charisma, I was just like, whoa. This big ball of character that has just that has run onto the stage. I'm like, and as I watch him
with the quickness,
but just seeing, I'm not even talking about his match, just in the fucking entrance alone. I'm like, yo,
he came running out.
Yeah. So I'm talking about. He just on that alone, he's gonna be a fucking star. If well, see, NXT is gonna do it right. Now, if he goes to main roster, we'll see. But as far as for NXT, this right here, because all I could see when I looked at him was like a babyface Mark Henry, because Mark Henry can never really be a babyface. Because you could see him even with Sexual Chocolate and all this other stuff. Cool, but Mark Henry didn't really come into his own until he was like really like, the ambassador of the Hall of Pain. That's when he really was like, yeah, cool. But you look at Odyssey Jones and you see somebody who can be a credible face, a very loved fan favorite, and a surprising heel. Because if they run this right, he can be somebody who's all fun-loving, happy-go-lucky, and all this other shit. But the moment that he's pressed and he shows that angry side, he has no ceiling if they do this right with him. Now, botches aside, for the shit that happened in the ring or outside the ring, rather, it's gonna happen. But he'll get better. That's what they're in developmental for. But he goes over. I don't know if he's gonna win the whole tournament. With that charisma, he probably should. But I think
we gotta see how the other guys are.
Correct. But I do like this. I do like the competitors in this tournament because they're surprising me with everything that they're doing. So I actually look forward to seeing who actually, no pun intended, breaks out from this breakout tournament.
Mm-hmm.
But we go from that.
Wait, before we go to this,
Uh-oh.
this is another thing that kind of no. You can go ahead. This is another thing that pissed me off about that whole WWE being developmental thing. I can't remember when it popped up, but they did announce TakeOver 36 is August 22nd. Why the fuck would you consider these guys developmental when SummerSlam is Saturday, but TakeOver is Sunday?
See,
why is SummerSlam on Saturday?
We don't fucking know. But the fact that you're going to put the NXT stars on your main night, which is Sunday, but say, nah, they're developmental though.
No, here's why. See, they say developmental because it's almost like that whole gaslighting thing. They're trying to put out in the ether to let everybody else know, no, this is developmental. We're going to let you know it's developmental, period. But here's the funny thing about it. NXT's always been on a Saturday and probably like a Friday at one point, but always a Saturday. And everybody praises NXT.
It wasn't until I think last year where they did Sundays.
Yeah. And everybody praises NXT shows, so much so that they go into the main roster pay-per-views not really expecting much because they're too busy talking about NXT. Here is the funny thing about it, though, because they're trying to get their shit out before people go to NXT so they can be like, oh, you're talking about SummerSlam. This is why I love this shit, because now that they've gone and said this bullshit, Triple H is going to look at this as a fucking opportunity to be like, oh, now we're going to show you what the real pay-per-view is for this weekend.
Did you not see the first shot they fired?
Oh, you're talking about with Dragunov and Walter?
Wait, they're going to be at the takeover?
Yeah. Yep. Originally, they were supposed to have their match this week, but Walter injured his hand, which I don't know if he did or not. But Walter injured his hand. Oh, it was legit? Okay, so Walter, so take away the quotes. Walter injured his hand, and they had to postpone the match. Just so coincidentally, okay, it'll be on TakeOver 36.
Beautiful.
Oh. And you thought their first fight was going to be something? Okay.
Look, yeah, Trips, do whatever you want. Make this show the best takeover. The best. Yeah. But yeah. We get into this comedic match because I mean the outcome wasn't expected, but
no, it was not.
But I'm glad it happened because again, LA Knight loses nothing from losing to Drake Maverick. It just it furthered the story. That's really what this did because
plus, I mean, he did lose to the most devastating finisher in wrestling history.
Surprise roll up.
I mean, he did lose to a roll up after smacking his face on the $1 million championship on his own belt that he told Grimes to hold up. So
I mean, he literally set himself up for failure.
So, but you know, like I said, he did lose to the most devastating finisher in wrestling history.
Yeah, this was more so meant to see how well Grimes was over. And to kind of push more heat on LA Knight, especially at the end of the match, because once Drake Maverick won, Cameron Grimes was like, hey, you got to get out of here. Then he about to be pissed. And instead of being smart and just rolling out of the ring, he decided to stay in the ring and run the opposite direction. And of course, he paid for it by getting clothesline. So, so LA Knight was beaten down on Drake Maverick, and Cameron Grimes said, I got enough of this. So he went and tried to pull LA Knight off of it. And of course, we kind of seen what was coming where, he said, okay, fine. I ain't going to do it.
You do it.
You do it. Yeah. And so, of course, Grimes was like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm over it. And so it was, and I like how they did this because, of course, it's the more bowling down to the point to where Grimes may end up hating working for LA Knight. Because now LA Knight finally sees, okay, you know what? I can't get under his skin at this way. Now I need to see if I can make him do stuff that he doesn't want to do. And he was like, no, you said you're a man of your word. We have a deal. So if I say you need to go hit him.
Butler. Yeah.
Go hit him. And so Grimes being super apologetic, saying I'm sorry, and he just decks him one good time. And until after that, he tried. LA Knight was like, "Yo, let's go," and then Grimes still went to him, tried to say, "I'm sorry." And he said, "No, come on, we got to go." So I'm happy about the layers to this feud.
Yes,
same.
Very much so.
Now, I hate doing this in retrospect. Once again, hindsight is always 2020. This is what Miro and Kip should have did with Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
that's what I thought
waited,
they were going to do.
Should have waited the 2 extra weeks for Trent to come back, healthy at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
exactly.
Like I said, we can just move on from there. But hindsight is 2020.
Yes.
Ooh, it would have been so much better. Because he was Butler for the wedding, and that's when Orange Cassidy interfered. Should have made Butler Chuck do something to Chuck. To Orange Cassidy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that would have been nice.
Yeah, missed opportunity, but they have made up for it.
They have.
In Miro's behalf, though, on that end. But
we'll
talk more about Miro when we talk about AEW.
Yes.
But to continue on to the end of NXT, well, partially the end, we get to a fantastic a bittersweet main event. But before that main event, good old Mac and Kinsey, as Dango would say, she was interviewing Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai, and again, more layers to this story. Raquel was talking about how she was going to beat Xia Li and how she's not afraid of her kick and so on and so forth. And but the key thing in all of this is when she stated that once I finish Xia Li, I'll have cleaned out the division. There will be no one else. And that quick glance that Dakota gave Raquel, more so telling. Very more so telling. But we get into this match and go ahead.
Don't forget, I think it was Mac and Kinsey talked to MSK.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so Mac and Kinsey found out what MSK stands for. We didn't, because we got interrupted by a heel stable that Scoot had referred to earlier, Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
I like Imperium, but they messed us up by taking away by taking away the information that we needed. We needed to find out what MSK stood for. We're never going to find out, by the way, people. No, it's going to be a trope moving forward. Period. Yeah. And I'm happy about it. It just keep it moving. But one thing I noticed, especially when MSK was getting interviewed, there were slight boos.
Was it? I ain't paying attention.
There were slight boos from the crowd. Now it wasn't very super, but I'm hoping that this isn't becoming like a trend, because granted, we did hear it when they were going up against Ciampa and Thatcher, but that's by design. What I'm hoping is that this hasn't been a residual effect of that, and now the fans are starting to be more so against MSK. So but either way, I'm guessing that Imperium is going to be the next challenge for MSK, because I think they're still trying to postpone this feud between them and GYV, which I'm all for. But if the fans are against MSK, this might hurt.
It is. It might hurt match.
So, we and which of course, if that's the case, we might end up getting MSK versus GYV a lot sooner than we're supposed to. So, again, we can only see. So hopefully the fans are still behind MSK like we are, because I love MSK. MSK is the shit. But they will lose to GYV.
Right?
They will lose to GYV, though.
Nothing against GYV, but that'll be a sad day.
Not for Scoot.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
But we get to another
now
one
we
of
get to the main event.
One of Scoot's favorite.
Wait. I gotta call this one out for Scoot. That little beginning of that segment where Raquel's doing the little back workout.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Also, because I don't think we said it earlier, Dakota
though.
Anyways, back to the match.
So yeah, this everything started perfectly fine with this match. Entrance is perfectly fine, but I was pleasantly surprised with the beginning of this match because the way that they had built Raquel in this match and the way that they treated Zaya in this match, like I don't think that this match was supposed to end the way that it did.
No.
No. Now I do believe that Zaya is okay before we even get into that. But it was crazy because once Raquel and the thing is, and I like when Raquel does that move. I love when she goes on top rope. Exactly.
It is a great move.
And the way that she spun and then her back had hit Zaya's torso. The look on Zaya's face, I was like, "Yo, I know that doesn't feel good."
Gone.
Yeah, and
she was winded.
And even when it did the replay, like the way that her stomach just kind of just
kind of just looks like an elbow drop there.
I don't know, but I was mad because once I seen the officials at ringside talking to her, I was like, oh damn, like don't end it like this. But I will say kudos to Zaya for finishing it. I don't think she should have, but kudos because she got up and I guess she wanted to finish it and the reason why I say that I hate that she did that was because once Raquel did her finisher on her, the moment that Zaya hit the mat, she audibly said, "Oh fuck."
I gotta go back and watch that. I don't think
Me too.
That.
Yeah, I gotta
go. And I was like, "Oh damn! Like why? Like I know she was hurt again after that."
Because the thing is that like Raquel is 6 feet. She got slammed from about 6'4" from the air. That's already having the wind knocked out of you, so it didn't make it no better.
Yeah,
at all.
And I don't know for those of you who watch it, I don't know if you've ever had the wind knocked out of you.
It's not fun.
It is not fun. I don't even want to say like it hurts. It is just it's very uncomfortable.
I had it done to me once before, and I never want that feeling again. Never again.
Yeah.
Because it seems like no matter what you can do, you cannot catch your breath.
That's the main thing. That's the one thing because it's like when you're choking on water and it's like you sit there and you're trying to you just it's like air's there but you just can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. And Zaya, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I hope that we get a rematch or replay of this match or redo because I want to see what this match was supposed to be because the way that it started and the way that it was going, I was all for it. Zaya looked credible, but one thing about this too is that watching this, Zaya would do well on the main roster.
Yeah, she could.
With this character and everything, like she would fit perfectly slotted in and she would look and matter of fact, if they push this Zaya, she could come in as a credible threat to anybody that has a title. So I'm hoping that they're I can't say I'm hoping. I'm hoping for a better women's division on the main roster.
Yes.
And that if that's the case, and they can slot Zaya in there to give her some recognition and some notable shit. But again, like we always say, we'll see. But after Raquel won,
I just heard it.
Yeah.
Oh,
She goes like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah.
No. Okay, I gotta go back and watch it now.
That.
But after Raquel won, she talked her shit in the ring, and then she finally got it, which I'm glad she kept. She kept
Hold on,
face.
Let me get my hey Raquel out of that. Let me go ahead and saying.
But while Raquel and Dakota stood on the ramp waiting to hear Scoot say, "Hey, Raquel,"
Oh,
an
Joseph.
angry Joseph, Samoa Joseph came out, and Kross, Kross, come out and play. EA.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Warriors. If you haven't seen that movie, go watch it. It's an oldie but a goodie.
One of my favorite
classic.
movies. Actually, my favorite movie of all time.
Fantastic.
Warriors
You haven't
is a
seen
great
it.
movie.
Yeah, it is.
Don't play the video game. It's a
Yes.
fun video game.
I
It
played
is
a
fun.
little bit, but never got a chance to like fully play it.
It's a good PS2 game, y'all.
It's almost
Play
shot
that
for
shit
shot
too.
the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's on PS4 through the
yeah.
remake.
The power of digitizing.
Yeah.
But
Joseph came out there and was like, "Kross, where you at?"
I know you're here. Get your ass out here. Let's handle this. And of course,
well, we did skip a Joe segment where he did hemmed up the dude who was driving Kross's car.
yeah.
And Joe was about to lay hands on that man.
Joe got played.
But now we fast forward to this, and then
Yes.
he's calling out Kross. Kross pops up on the screen and was like, "Look here, fam. I told you, this is my NXT. These are my rules. You ain't listening, Joe. This is my place. And since you can't listen, since you're not hearing me out, I'm going to show you why this NXT belongs to me."
Well, and then what he did is he held up the belt and he was like, "This right here shows that I can do whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
I can go wherever I want." Talking about the whole Raw situation because that's what he sees. That which I'm glad the NXT covered it because that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Says like I can go wherever I want, I can do whatever I want, and I can hurt whoever I want. Case in point, for example, and then he pans down to a prone Regal. Look, and for those of you who just either haven't been in the NXT bubble, if you don't realize this, see, William Regal putting hands on William Regal is an NXT cardinal sin.
Cardinal.
Yeah.
You just don't do it. Kross has probably done the most disrespectful thing on NXT at this point. And Joe is the perfect person to have this feud and have this segment with because Joe, just like he stated when he came back, used to give Regal hell when he was there. So to have somebody who used to give Regal hell but never crossed that line because he has that utmost respect for him.
Respected him.
And for somebody to do this, to be like, damn, I know that I was a fucking asshole, but I know not to do this. You are out your fucking mind. And I'm gonna hurt you for it.
He crossed a line.
Only thing I hated though is that Kross didn't end his promo with TikTok and then walk off. He kind of just walked off. Oh no! What he did say though,
he ran. He ran into his car and sped off.
Well, but before he did that, he said, well, now who's provoked? He's like, you started this, so who's provoking who? And I was like, I'm not mad. Now, of course, I hate that he didn't say TikTok, but I'm not mad at this though because now that just added more to it. Because of course, if you go back and you think about it, it's like, well, Joe came out and he disparaged the champ by calling him, young champion, getting in his face. making him feel like he wasn't that champion. And then, of course, now it's like, well, you felt provoked because I did this to you, but I felt provoked when you got here. So I hate that it seems like they're rushing this feud because they're going to put Kross on the main roster. But I still like it, though. I still like this feud. So yeah. Now, of course, Scoot, you got spoiled on a few things from these pre-tapes.
I mean, if y'all want me to say it on air, I will say it. But if y'all want to wait till next Tuesday, y'all let me know.
Nah, I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna do these fans like this because they may come in. Even if I put a spoiler tag, we still got some wrestling fans who may be like,
yeah. Because I accidentally kind of saw. Well, I can say I accidentally saw it, but it was a view at your own risk. But I didn't know that was going to be the spoiler. But yeah,
this isn't what I wanted.
Exactly, it isn't what I wanted.
Well, damn. I mean, now I'm actually anticipating it because it almost goes in line with that whole like Keith Lee spoil, like when they spoiled the Keith Lee thing.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't get spoiled on that though.
I did.
Yeah, I didn't get spoiled on that. Luckily for me, but
I didn't. Anyway,
yeah, that was NXT this week, peoples.
That was NXT. Any final thoughts on NXT this week?
Great episode, set up plenty of stuff.
Hit row.
Hit row.
Hit row.
And
of course for Kel, but hit row.
Shit.
What's their tagline again?
If you didn't know, now you know.
No, the other one.
Oh, talking about Top Dollars?
Yeah, the nada thing.
Who hotter than Top Dollar?
There we go. Nada.
Which again, it's perfect for him. I like it because that
it is.
We Matt, we're probably gonna get into like a whole stable conversation one day just to talk about stables in WWE. But anyway, Kross, Joe, wish it was longer, but you know they gotta do what they gotta do. Hit roll, obviously. Trying to think. Coal mine losing. I appreciate that. So that was cool. The joy I got from looking at Malcolm Coal Miner's face and the frustration and disappointment that he had, I enjoyed that. So that was my highlight. Xia Li, I hope
hope you good, girl. Because Xia though.
Yeah,
Xia Li though.
That's
in a multitude of ways.
That's not how I wanted. Not how I wanted your breath to be taken away.
No.
But yeah, Scoot, SR Knight. Let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me in the mines. You know, this week we didn't produce. We didn't produce the diamonds we normally produce, but it happens. You can't go into the mines every week and expect diamonds. It happens. Sometimes you mine away and you might get coal. It's fine because you know what happens? You go back in those mines, people. You keep mining for those diamonds. So it's cool.
But you know what happens when you put a lot of pressure on coal?
They turn into diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think pressure just busts pipes.
Nope. Not in this case.
No, that's just in Texas right now. Shit.
But of course, it's been scrolling at the bottom at the ScooterRay on all the popular social media sites besides Twitter. That's the one thing I don't have. Of course, you can catch me on PlayStation. If you're nice, I'll let you know the name. I ain't gonna just willingly give it out like how Jaeger does. You know. But course, also with the Less Than Stealth Ninjas on the same popular social sites. Of course, Anchor, Spotify, Google, and was it Pocket Cast, Podbean, all those others. Hopefully on Apple soon. But yeah, Ninja Banter Podcast, Let's Than Stealthy Ninjas. I think we getting back to the streaming on Fridays and Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? We have to live life a little bit and be adults, but we should be getting back to it this weekend and everything. But of course, the ladies out there, Mr. Yeager, where can they find you?
Well, I mean, it's right under my chin. But if you're looking for where to apply that, it's would be the IGs, the Twitters, the TikToks, the Xboxes and PlayStations. If you want to hear me talk in front of a camera, you can do so at our little YouTube page. Catch my little After Dark reviews. Give it to you in 10 minutes or less. It's a lot of shit. Can't really beat it. And I'll let you know what matches are just worth watching. Like I'll advertise right now. That 8-man tag match between, surprisingly, the Varsity Blondes and 5 and 10 versus Private Party and the Acclaimed. Great 8-man tag match. Like, fantastic 8-man tag match. I didn't even say who won. Y'all got to go watch it.
No, you didn't say who won. You didn't.
So,
which I got to go back and watch it now to see who won, but no, you didn't say it.
That was on Dark, I believe. Oh, I got my book right here. That was, in fact, on Dark. So, there you go. But if you're feeling bad for Zaya or the Diamond Mine, and you need some something to uplift you, something to lift your spirit, some kind of positivity in your life, I can really only direct you to one place. That's this guy up here.
Oh, me. Oh, yeah. Well, if you do need said positivity, you can catch it at Lifestyle 1UP to get your daily dose of positivity on all your podcast listening platforms. I'm not going to go down the list. You can Google it because, again, like we always say on here, it's Googleable. So, but of course, if you want to shoot the shit, you want to talk shit to me. If the anonymous person who sent that horrible message to Tegan,
oh please,
you want to find me, Lip Dizzle,
please.
IG, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. I ain't put my phone number down here because no. But trust me,
might get some wild ass people.
Oh no, I want the wrong people. I want that wrong person. But anyway,
all of that smoke.
Lip Dizzle at all those social media platforms. Feel free, tip me up, shoot the shit, tell me I don't deserve the crown when I do. You know, all that good stuff. Tell me how Charlotte is better than everybody. Tell me how Malcolm Coal Miner is deserving of everybody's attention.
Bivens.
But as we always say on here, to all you beautiful mother effers,
one last thing. If you don't want to talk to us, via our individual social medias, you are more than welcome to talk to us as a collective at fuckbrucemitchell.com.
Yes.
It's a good plug. It's a very good plug. But as we always say to all you beautiful mother effers, except for you bastard mother effers who don't deserve any attention.
No.
Until next time, as always, as I give a 2 sweet to my bros.
Bam.
And I say, and I bid you all adieu and a tag the fucketh out.